Hi crafters, welcome to Creative Moments by G. I'm G and so happy that you're with us today. It is Technique Tuesday, so I'm going to show you some techniques while we make some paper pumpkin cards. That's right, it's paper pumpkin time. Maudie and I have made 7 alternatives and I'm going to make 2 more with you today. Now, when you're working with this kit, it provides everything you need to make the cards that they send you. But Maudie and I get together and we create some alternatives that we think you're going to like. Now, if you don't have the paper pumpkin kit, not to worry, use these designs to use your stash. We always keep in mind what you might have. And we know that you have dies, maybe you have rectangle or circles or ovals. And so you can use that with any of your patterned paper, with any of your stash that you have available to you. So let's head down to the crafting table. The first thing that we're going to need to do is grab whichever stamp set that you want. Now, I have grabbed Heartfelt Hexagon because I want to use this stamp right here. The stamps that they gave you with the kit are right here. They gave you a large stamp and then they gave you smaller stamps to go with it. What makes this so cool is if you bought the add-on for this paper pumpkin, actually for 3 months, because this add-on was for all 3 months. Let's see, June, and then back to April and May. So April, May, and June, all the kits, you could use this add-on. And look at one of the things that we did that was so cute. Look at what we did with that thanks. Now, if you want to see how we did that, go ahead and check out our YouTube short. And we show you how to make this thanks. But that's why it's always a great idea, if you can, to buy the add-on, because it allows you to work with 3 different kits. Now, something else that they sent you some pop-out words. Look at those beautiful words that they sent you in this kit. Now, look at that. It's sparkly. Can you see that? Sparkly. Love that. Glitter paper. Now, what we did is we took our cards that they gave us and we cut them apart. That's the first thing we do, because right there you can double the amount of cards you make. You bring in your base card and then you use this as a mat. So they had this beautiful pink, this beautiful green. Look at that, so pretty. And then they had a peach color that we used. Now, the other thing we do is we cut apart the envelopes. Look at that. Look at the top of that envelope. How cute is that? You can use that on the side of a card to give you some definition and some interest. There's all kinds of things you can do. And then, of course, the envelopes give you some different color paper that you can use with your alternatives. But let's get busy and create our first card. Now, our first card is going to be a flap card. And we are using this beautiful cutout that they gave us. Now, look at that. That is something that came with the kit. Now, what did I do? I made it a little smaller. So I just cut it in half and then I overlaid it because I needed a smaller image. So look at that. The next thing I did was I cut an acrylic sheet to fit behind this, because while we're going to make a flap card, we're going to turn that flap into a shaker. How fun is that? Now, here is the actual card. Do you see the design in it? We cut this out to match our card. So all you have to do to make this flap card is grab you a piece of paper and you're going to cut a piece of cardstock 8.5 by 5.5. You're going to score it at 4 1/4 and then you're going to cut 2 inches off the top flap just to create this little area right here. Now, for these panels, we went ahead and we cut some beautiful patterned paper that goes with this whole kit. And this is Poppy Parade pattern paper. And these panels are 2 by 5 1/4. So we're going to put those right there. Now we also need a little mechanism, and our flap is 2 by 4 1/2, and then we simply scored it at 1 3/4. So now let's put this together. First thing we want to do is put down our panels. So let's grab our glue and get that done. Now, when you go to put the right panel down, you need to have this flap underneath. So we're just going to put that right in the center and glue it down. So let's just put a little bit of glue here. Let's attach it to our panel right in the center, just like this. And now let's just add some glue to the back of it. We're just leaving a border at the top and the sides, just like the other one. Just like the panel right here. Okay, so we've created our flap part of the card. Let's put that to the side. And let's work on our shaker part. So we have our 2 images. This has the center cut out. So to make it a shaker, obviously we need to attach it to an acrylic sheet. So we need to attach it just like this. And so what you can do, you can turn your image upside down, and we are just going to tack it with some glue around the edges. You won't be able to see it. So just go ahead and put some glue. Now you don't need much. Okay. We are going to add our acrylic sheet to the back of this, line it up, and just press it. Now, you might want to let that dry for just a little bit. Now, because we're going to put some gems inside here, we want to go ahead and put our buddy. Use our buddy that has some powder in it, because we don't want them to get stuck, and we want to get rid of all that static electricity. So let's go ahead and just turn it upside down and use our buddy. Just kind of lightly wipe it in this area. You can kind of wipe it off. Now, you can see that powder just a little bit, so you might want to go ahead and just use a Kleenex and wipe it off just a little bit. Or a cloth, doesn't really matter. It still keeps that anti-static on it. And there we have it. So now we are ready to start thinking about how we're going to attach it to our backing right here. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to take these adhesive strips. We're going to just take off a strip, just like this. And I'm going to put it around the edge right here. So we'll put it right on the top. Now we need to make sure that we connect these corners right here, because we don't want our gems to fall out. So because it's behind these leaves, I think I can just go ahead and connect it just like that. And you really can't see it. See? So let's just go ahead and connect each corner. Now, before I bring in our gems, I'm going to stamp our sentiment right in the center of this image. I'm going to bring in my Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. And now I'm going to bring in my gems. I'm going to lay my image on top, and it's going to connect and stick because it has our adhesive strips already. Just going to push down around the edges just to make sure we have good contact. And look at that. Look at how cute that is. Okay. The next thing we want to do is connect it to the front of our flap. So we are going to use our tape runner, and I'm just going to add some strips here. And the reason I'm using a tape runner is that it sticks right away. Unlike the glue that would take a moment to get hard and to really attach itself. So we're going to make sure we have this flat, we have this lined up evenly, and we just push down. Now look at this. Look at that. We have a shaker flap card. You open it up, you have plenty of room to write, you close it, and oh my goodness, look at that. You have your message right here. There's no static electricity on the inside because we used our buddy to powder it up. So, what do you think of this flap card? Isn't that adorable? Love this. Opens up. Now, we kept this flap a large flap. A lot of times you might see a small handle, but for something this size, you need to go ahead and keep a very sturdy flap. So we have our flap card. Now let's go ahead and add a cherry right on the front of it. Okay. The final touches of the card. Add the cherry on top. Okay, let's look at our other three alternatives. Here is a Z-fold, very easy to make. The link will be below this video that takes you to the measurements for this. Look at that. We used the punch out that they gave us in the kit. We used our lemons, added their sentiment, matted it a little bit, and then look at that beautiful card. So easy to make, and yet plenty of room to write, but makes a great statement. Our next card is a cherry card. We cut the flap off of a top fold and we embossed this area right here. Look at that cute little string we added. We used an image, just a die cut, whether you use a circle or a rectangle or an oval, or you have this one. They'll all be very cute. Then you open it up and plenty of room to write. And finally for this set, look at this. We created, using just some scraps, these beautiful horizontal lines. We had our peaches right here, cut out some circles. We added some peaches on the inside, matted it. Now what makes this so special is we created our background. Now you received a lot of peaches that you could punch out, but you don't want to use them all on the same card. So how did we get around that? We cut a mat and we took removable tape and added it to our images. You can see that we've used some of our peaches, and we made a copy of it on our copy machine. That gave us the background that we wanted, and look how pretty that is. They didn't provide us with a stamp, so we created our background just using removable tape and the punch outs that they gave us. So what do you think about this first group? Take a moment, leave a comment. Which is your favorite in this group? I really love the Z-fold, and I love this shaker card. It is so much fun to create a shaker card. Okay, let's move on to our second card that we are going to create. Now this card is a pop-out card. You are going to have so much fun creating this. Once again, we created our background for the front of our card. We used all the little punch outs and just copied them on a piece of paper using removable tape so that we could just peel off what we were making a copy from. Look at how pretty that looks. Now what we're going to do is we're just adding that to the front of our cardstock. We have picked an alternating color. We picked Pretty Peacock to pick up this green right here. And we are going to put it on a peach pie base card. Now, you'll be just gluing this down right here, just like that. And this is just a normal landscape base card. Make sure that your borders are the same all the way around. And if you want it this time, you can go ahead and add your mat on the inside. We cut apart one of those cards. Look at that. That's just one of the cards cut apart. And we are using that as our inside mat. We are taking our dies. We have circles, ovals, squares, and we're going to take our oval. Now this oval, if you don't have this particular oval, it is a 3.5 inch oval, and then the nested one that goes inside of it, you'll need that as well. We cut out, using the large one, Pretty Peacock oval. We also use the small one to cut out a white oval. Now with this large oval, we are going to cut out the front of our card. So we're just going to take this, you can just eyeball it and just run it through your embossing machine. And now we're just going to pop this out. We have the inside still there. And now we just need to get our little mechanism on the inside. So we are taking this piece of paper, and it is a 3x4. We are going to score it at 1, 2, and 3. So bring in your trimmer. On the long side, score it at 1, 2, and 3. Now you also need to cut a little pop-up right here, and this is 2 1/4 by 3/4, scored at 1 1/4. See that? Okay. So let's go ahead and crease this. Gonna bring in my bone folder, crease it again, and once more. Now we're just going to fold this in half. We are going to turn it, and we're just going to put tape runner right here on the bottom. And once again, I'm using a tape runner because I want it to stick immediately. Now we are adding it right to the fold and right to the center of this. And now right here, we're just going to put a little strip of the tape runner. And we're going to close the card. And now we have, look at that. Now we have our little box that's going to pop up. But we need to add this. And the way you add this, you're going to keep the short side on top. And we're just going to add this right here with the long side down. So let's just put some tape on it to get it to hold right away too. So with the short side down, bring in your tape runner. Add your tape. Bring in your card. And just add this right to the center all the way to the top. And look at that. Look how it pops up, just like that. Look at that. And now what we need to do is add this back in, because we want it, when you close it, to see this. So we are just going to add right here some tape. It's the short side. Just going to bring in our tape runner, add a little bit of tape, add this back in, line it up, and now look at that. How cute is that? Look, see how it pops up? Now it kind of acts as a latch, so it will latch your card for you if you push it down. But when you open it up, look at that. It pops right up. Now, we're going to bring in some of the peaches that we punched out that we received with the kit, and we just need to place them on our oval. We also are going to use hello. We'll put hello right on it. So let's just get these placed. Now we're going to set the hello right on top of those peaches. We're just going to glue it just a little bit, so we need just a little bit of tape right here on the middle part. Let's bring in our silicone mat, and let's just add a little bit of tape using our tape runner. Okay. Bring this back down, get it exactly where you want it. Okay, and now if you want to place some additional peaches, you can do that. I think we'll put one like right there. And we decided not to use these two cutouts. We decided to go ahead and use what was on the card. Now look at that. When you open it up, it sits on your desk just like that. Look at that. Look at how pretty that looks. Those colors are just amazing together. You close it down, and now hello, and we're just going to add sweet friend right here. We're going to use our Night of Navy. Tap, tap, tap. And just add it right down here at the bottom. And there we have, you can call it a peekaboo, a pop-up, pop-out. So pretty and so easy. So let's look at our second group of cards. We have this one. Now we did a beautiful fun fold. Look at this. We added our lemons. We brought in some black and white patterned paper. This is the punch out from the kit. Sending a big squeeze from the kit. You open it up and look at that bright, cheery card. Wish You Were Here is the stamp from the kit. So bright and cheery. But look at this bookbinding card. Look at those colors. Oh my goodness, they just pop. We embossed. This is just one of the cards cut apart, this mat right here. We embossed it, added our circles. Once again, that's the card cut apart. This is the stamp that they give you. Look at this beautiful card. The colors are so elegant. They give you some pearls in this kit. Look at that. So pretty. This is the cutout that they gave you in the kit. And you open it up, of course, It's a gift card. Look at that. So pretty. You put your gift card right here. Now the link will be below this video that will take you straight to the dimensions. And finally, we have an accordion card. Look at that. We took the thanks using the add-on. We stamped it and we added several together to give it some height. We put some sparkles on the top. We used our cherries and open it up, and so pretty. So let's take a moment and look at all these cards. Now we have one more to show you. Look at this cute little card. It can be just a panel card, or it can be an easel. Look, it stands up so cute. Look at that. We added some patterned paper on the side. Take a moment and let us know your favorite card. I want to encourage you to consider buying the paper pumpkin, because for the next 3 months, July, August, and September, they have an add-on, and those add-ons make all the difference. It allows you to cut a leaf, cut a flower, and then hooray. And it will turn out so pretty and will really add to your paper pumpkin. It's only while supplies last, so we always buy the add-ons so that we can add some additional items to our paper pumpkin alternatives. Well, Monty and I hope you enjoyed our alternatives and that you remember, if you don't have the kit, think outside the box. Use your stash. Use what you have to copy these designs. If you were inspired, we certainly would appreciate a thumbs up and a share with your friends. Go out, make it a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.